Hello students, myself Dr. Jyoti Shegokar and I welcome you all on my YouTube channel which is related to study of engineering chemistry. Now our today's topic of discussion is gaseous pollutant control. Until now we have seen how to control particulate pollutants, in which we have seen different type of equipments like cyclone collector, electrostatic precipitator, then fabric filter and wet scrubber. But now we have to see different methods to control air pollutants, particularly gaseous pollutants. Now gaseous pollutants are of different types like oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane. These all gaseous pollutants are there. Now there are mainly three methods to control the gaseous pollutants. Number one, combustion. Number two, absorption. And number three, adsorption. So we will see it one by one. So first of all, the method of combustion. In this method, combustion itself indicates that there is a combustible substance. So particularly those substance which is organic in state. So organic type of pollutants must be there. That means it must have presence of carbon and hydrogen. So then and then only the method of combustion can be used over this particular type of pollutants. Now, how the process occurs? Whenever the combustion is going on, particularly the products which are produced are the oxides of carbon and water. So, whenever such type of hydrocarbons are there as organic compounds, whenever it will react with oxygen, because we know that combustion is always in presence of oxygen, and we can get here oxides of carbon and water vapor. So these are the products of combustion which are particularly the comparatively less harmful than the other pollutants. So in this way the method of combustion is used. For this method of combustion, different type of steam injector, different type of flame burners and flame incinerator are used for the process of combustion, and in this way so comparatively less harmful gases are produced. Now if we have to particularly the balance this reaction, we can write like this, HC, that is hydrocarbon plus oxygen. Here there are 4 oxygen, here there are 3 oxygen. So we can write like this, O2, 2 hydrogen. In this way we can balance this reaction. 2 hydrogen, 2 carbon, 4 oxygen are there. So anyways, this reaction, it is not important to balance here the reaction, but important thing is that there is a production of carbon dioxide and water vapor, which is less harmful than the other different type of gaseous pollutants. In this way, we have seen process of combustion. So in this way, reaction can be redone like this, that twice hydrocarbon plus 5/2 oxygen, so that there should be balance of reaction, and we can get here twice carbon dioxide plus 1 water vapor. So in this way, the comparatively less harmful gases are produced by the process of combustion. It is a very important process which is used on a large scale. Our next process is the process of absorption. Absorption is the process which is used for absorbing pollutant gases. So here we are using this method to absorb the particular gases, that is the gaseous pollutant control. So in this, I can give you an example that whenever a sponge is there and we pass water through that sponge, it get absorbed, that water get absorbed into the sponge. It means that the total volume of the sponge is responsible for absorbing that water. So like that, different gases are there, and that gases are passed over the liquid particularly, and that liquid absorbs that gases which are processed through it, and this particular process is called as a absorption process, which is used for controlling gaseous pollutants. Now here the different examples of these absorbents, or we can say the equipments which are used for controlling or controlling gaseous pollutants is plate towers, spray towers, and again different type of examples. So here we will see that process at once, that here there is a large container in which the glass frit is fixed, and inside it there is a presence of absorbent. So absorbent is that liquid which is responsible for absorbing that which is particular pollutant gas. So here examples on that particular thing, examples are there, that oxides of nitrogen, that might be or that may be nitrogen oxide, that is NO2, NO3, NO, N2O, NO. So these all the type of oxides of nitrogen includes. Then HF, hydrogen fluoride, then hydrogen sulfide and sulfur dioxide. These are the particularly the different type of harmful pollutants which can be absorbed by this particular process. So the examples of the absorbents, means those liquids which are to be used, is water and dilute nitrogen or nitric acid. These two are responsible for absorbing oxides of nitrogen. Then water vapor, liquid water and sodium hydroxide is responsible for absorbing HF, that is hydrogen fluoride. Then NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus phenol in a combination in a particular proportion is used there for absorbing hydrogen sulfide. With that, ethanolamine is also responsible for absorbing oxides of sulfur also. Then water vapor and suspension of that calcium hydroxide is responsible for absorbing the oxides of sulfur. So in this way, these are the different examples of different absorbents and the pollutants. So in this way the process is going on. So actually at first the gas which is a pollutant gas is inserted from this particular side through this glass frit inside this particular we can say that the absorbent, and through this glass frit, so that the gas which is removed into this particular container, it should be in a uniform way. So for that this glass frit is used here, and whenever this gas is passed into this particular absorbent, at that time absorbent absorbs that gas and release the different gases which are not get absorbed, so that gases are considered as a comparatively less harmful gases and can be removed as a clean air or clean gas through this particular clean gas outlet. So in this way, these different those equipments which we are going to use, that are working in this way. So in this way the process of absorption is going on. And the third method is adsorption. Now first of all we will see what is adsorption. For example, there is a particular surface, and on that surface a liquid or a gas is just collided or get in contact. So at that time, that all gaseous or solid liquid type of things get adsorbed, means that particular surface area is responsible for adsorbing that particular pollutant. For example, a particular just consider that surface is there, and on that the charcoal powder or activated carbon is placed. It is a spread, and the gas which is having a pollutant is passed over that. So those gas which is having a pollutant get adsorbed into that activated charcoal powder. So this is called as the adsorption process. Means that molecules of gas get adhered inside that particular, inside means over the surface of that particular activated charcoal, or we can say adsorbent. So in this way, the process of adsorption is there, which is totally different from the process of absorption. Now, for this such type of construction is there, in which the for an example we have considered here activated carbon at the central portion of this container, while which is protected on both sides by the glass wool. So this is a fibrous type of glass which allows the gas which is get inside, and those clean gas which is get outside of this particular container. So here the process of adsorption. Now first of all, the gas with particulates, it adsorbed or it get in or provided to this container, then through this gas wool it will be passed through the particularly the activated carbon, and then again those pollutants gases that get adsorbed, while those gases which are clean will move towards the next opening, which is for the clean gas opening. Now after that we will see the examples. In this, the NOx, that is oxides of nitrogen, is adsorbed by silica gel or zeolite. So on a particular, means inside this, instead of this activated carbon, we will have to use silica gel, and silica gel absorbs the oxides of nitrogen. Then the limestone, if limestone in a powdered form is present, it will responsible for absorption of hydrogen fluoride. Then iron oxide is responsible for absorption of hydrogen sulfide. Then pulverized lime, that is a very fine powdered lime, is responsible for absorption of oxide of sulfur, that is sulfur dioxide. Bauxite is responsible for absorption of petroleum fractions. Then activated charcoal is responsible particularly for the organic type of solvents. In this way, these are the absorbents which can be used inside it, and those pollutants which may be there are like these, which are given on the left hand side. So in this way, those particularly on the large scale, whenever in the different, from the different industries, some acids are used, some like nitric acid, like sulfuric acid, then hydrochloric acid. So these acids, whenever used, these will release the oxides, like oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, which are responsible for different type of pollutants, like the acid rain, like the for increasing the temperature. So in this way, the different type of pollutants are there. Then in this way, all the three processes for controlling gases pollutants are we have studied here. So now in a next, we will see the next topic of this particular pollutants.